Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah, and on this channel I share a lot of tips about working in tech and navigating your way through the tech space here in Accra. And I'm sure some of these principles apply to even people who live outside Accra or somewhere within Africa or probably globally. Now today I have a very interesting take on how to not sabotage yourself when it comes to building a career or working in corporate. I have had quite a few experiences working in corporate environments, working in the tech space, and I think that these tips have just helped me to be able to put myself in a better space to grow and to succeed. And I think some of these things are very important that you can take note of, apply them to your life. So let's get right into today's video. So my very first step is that you don't get what you deserve, you get what you ask for. When you know how to ask for what you want, you end up getting what you deserve. You don't have to sit around expecting someone to see that you want something and give you that thing before you ask for it. There's a time in my life where we're working on this project and the team was looking for people to join their design space. So even though I knew how to code, I was now getting more interested in the design space. And then I reached out to one of the team members on the panel, or like on the design team, and I just reached out. I said, hey, I know how to design. I'm not really perfect, but I'm willing to learn. If you could just give me a try on the project. And I think that was like me just shooting my shot, because I knew that if I were to just sit around, maybe they'll come, maybe they won't come. So I just decided to reach out to them, show them my skill. And then I had a project that I had worked on previously. I just sent them a file about that project, and then I got a space on that team. You have to speak up about the skills that you have, the learnings you're doing. If you've taken up new courses, you need to talk about them with your manager. So even this year, I started to pursue my certification in product management. Before I even started the training, I hinted it to my manager that, hey, like, I'm taking this training in product management. I even had a discussion with him how he felt about the certification and all. I think it is just right to be able to sell yourself in that light. You need to tell people what they can find in you and not just wait for them to discover whatever they want to discover. So my next idea is the idea of showing up in difficult moments, showing up when it's exciting, show up every single time. I think this principle does not only relate to just the corporate environment, even in your personal life. There was one time I just wrote a list of the things that I like to do, and I just wrote that I like it when I show up. I like it when I'm having a difficult conversation with someone and I just show up. If my project is not working or like things are not really moving, I just like to show up and say, let's give it one more try. 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 I think we just learn by doing. You just learn by being there. So let's say you have like, I've been in so many situations where I have like sabotaged myself and I needed to show up to redeem my name. Like I'm having the toughest conversations. I'm nervous as hell. Like I am I'm not even kidding. Like sometimes I just feel like, hey, like, can we just resign already? Like, can we just like quit and just stay chill? But I think sometimes you just have to close one eye and do it, because you feel like just the act of showing up is adding up to your personality, that you know how to own up to things. I think in corporate you'll be tested a lot about how you handle difficult situations, how you handle conflict, how you handle like when things are like shaky or like being stagnant. Like I think these are little things that we just pick up when we are working in corporate environments, when we are dealing with people, when investors are involved or stakeholders are involved. These things are bound to happen. People have high expectations of you. People have low expectations and expect you to fail. You need to be able to show up and prove people wrong or right. Like, you get that kind of thing. So just the act of showing up and showing up authentically, even if it's in meetings or trying to get past some people to be able to make progress, you just need to show up to do those things. I feel like I have a typical story that I could share, but I feel like at this time may not be right to share that, maybe in a later date. But then I just take this from me, just show up, like even if it's in meetings or whatever, show up. Learn to have the act of showing up. Show up authentically. Like show up. Don't show up to meetings when you are not ready, or like you've not gone through like the previous minutes, you've not gone through the previous file. Show up in a way that people can respect what you say, because I mean there are certain situations where just by one line of sentence that you're saying, people have a different perception about you. So just show up in a way that people can embrace how authentic you are in your own space. So that's my nuggets for you. My very final tip is the idea that nobody is watching but everybody is watching. Okay, so I think this idea applies to when you're working in a big environment, like in a big space. Okay, so I think I have just been privileged to have the experience of working in a small firm and then in a big firm. Like that transition has just happened, and I can appreciate how people get singled out, like how people get noticed, or how people just receive preferential treatment, which is well deserving. Like I don't know if you're getting me. So let's say you're in a big team, or like which is probably impossible, but let's say you have like 50 people working in your team. How then do you stand out? How do you stand out in such a situation where everybody is doing literally the same thing, but how do you get singled out and get recognized? I think in this space, always move with this principle that do whatever you are doing whether or not anybody is watching, and it really centers on a lot of integrity and having a lot of really respectable principles that you can live by, because people are watching and people are not watching. So the things that you think people see, they may not see, but the things that you think people don't see, they see. Like the little acts of kindness that you show, that's one factor that I think I've come to really appreciate. Nobody's watching but everybody's watching. People are looking at different things, people are taking notice of different things, and they know that they can trade something with you whenever the opportunity comes by. So definitely something to look out for if you're now starting your journey in corporate, or even in your creative life, as long as you're not working solo. Some of these things are just bound to happen, and I think you'll be just great. Just to wrap up this video, I just want to say, like, just learn to chill. Okay, so just learn to chill no matter the circumstances. Okay, and incorporate. I mean, if at some point you feel like you don't want to do it anymore, just walk away. I mean, nobody's gonna charge you for that. But whilst you're at it, make sure you're making the best out of yourself. Corporate is a game, and you just have to know how to play it right. Okay, I mean, I'm almost exhausted thinking about it, but I think you just need to play the game right. That's all that matters. Yeah. So thank you. This has been me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.